So here's the Windows 10 box. I'm going to open that shrink wrap with a trusty little blade that I have here. It's got a little razor blade. It should be sharp enough to cut through this plastic. I hope. It's not very sharp, I guess. There we go. Now it should cut. Just peel this wrap off. This is something that I can't return, so I'm not too worried about the damage that I do to the packaging. I will be careful of the box. I want to store it away later once it's installed, because once you install it, you can reinstall it again at a later date if there's a problem. So there's the shrink wrap off. Now, let's open the box here. I'm going to set you guys a little higher. Maybe that's a little better, I hope. Careful not to knock my camera down. Okay, how do we open this guy? It looks like it slides out. It's in a pouch. Okay, that's nice. So she slides out of the pouch. We have a nice blue box on the inside. Now this blue box folds open. Oh, look at that. Microsoft Windows. There you go. There's your logo, your Microsoft logo on this one. That's pretty cool. Didn't expect that. I guess this is probably the installation manual or installation brochure, whatever you want to call it. Let's see if we can get it out of here. It's made right in there, I guess. Anyway, goes through the steps, getting started. It's like a little USB device. Pull that right out of there and let you guys have a look. So essentially it's a little USB stick. Plugs into the USB on the computer. And then you have to have the computer boot up on the USB, obviously, in order for it to pick that up and start installing from that. I'm going to see if this guy comes out here. Yeah, this guy comes out. Let's move that out of the way. So here we go. Here we have a little manual, Microsoft, probably done in umpteen different languages, it looks like. Probably warranty stuff, I think. Contents, Microsoft. I'm not sure, guys, but I think that when it comes to installing something like this, I believe this is probably just warranty. Might have the pin on the bottom that I might need in order to do the install. But the best way to find out how this is done, we'll set that guy aside for a second so we don't want to lose him. This is your quick start guide here, so the best thing would be to just open this guy up. Open this guy right up and go through the steps. We have step 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll be following those steps. Also, very tiny writing, it's hard to see. It says insert the USB device into the port, which means it goes into the USB slot. Power on and off the computer and configure it to boot from the USB drive. So what you do is you power it on and power it off if it's on. Start it up, and when it starts up you go into the BIOS. There's a key that you press. I'll show you that in a few minutes. That'll take you into the BIOS. You tell it to boot from whatever devices you want it to boot from. You can have more than one boot device. If you have it set to boot off of a hard drive first, and you've got that hard drive with an operating system on it, and you plug this unit into the USB, it'll ignore it. You either have to have it set to boot off the USB device first, and where it'll watch for an opportunity for some bootable media. If there's no bootable media there, it'll skip that and go to the next device, which should optimally be set for your next hard drive that has your operating system on it. I'll show you how that all works here in a few moments. But anyway, yeah, we'll set it up so it'll boot off the USB drive. What I might do there is just completely remove the old hard drive or unplug it, plug the new one in, which is blank. Won't have anything on it, so it'll try to boot off that first. Won't find anything on that, so then it'll go to the USB device, secondary device. And if it doesn't find anything on the USB, then it'll look for something on a CD-ROM. But we'll have the USB plugged in, which has the Windows operating system on it, so it'll pick that up and it'll start the installation process. So once we have it set to boot off the USB, it'll tell you once you boot it up, it'll prompt for the product key. It says if prompted, enter the product key. So I'm not sure where the product key is yet. We're going to look here and see if we can find it. I see there's a number down here at the bottom. This might be the product key, X20, blah, 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 blah. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure that out. It says read and accept the license terms once you put the product key in. Visit Microsoft.com, use terms. and they will walk you through the rest. Okay, so it's going to require a connection to the internet, which bothers me because if I bought this and I didn't have a connection to the internet, I wouldn't be able to, apparently I wouldn't be able to install it. And that to me is not fair. There should be an offline installation process, and I don't believe there is. I could be mistaken. But anyway, let's take a look on the back side here. Okay, so I guess we have a product key card here, it looks like. This card, pull this card out, Windows 10. So there's my product key. They sent me a nice little business card, you know, kind of like a business card. Shows the key right on top of it. So it slides in here, so when you're ready, you just pull that out. It's Windows 10, you flip it over, and there's your Windows 10 home product key right at the bottom. So I was going to have to enter that when the time comes when it asks for it. So we'll slip that back in there for now so we don't misplace it. And over here, it's just gives you kind of a little overview of Ready, Set, Do. It says, filled with exciting features, Windows 10 is a place for you to go, or a place for you to do. With a familiar desktop and a new browser built for doing and great ways to multitask, you'll find lots of reasons to love Windows. For more information on these and other Windows features, visit, and then it gives a website. So it's giving me some of the products, I think, a list of products that come with it. One is Microsoft Edge, which is says mark up and share web pages or enjoy distraction-free reading view. So I have no idea what they're talking about there, but I've been told that the Edge is the new browser for going on the internet, so supposedly much better than the old Explorer. Then there's a Windows Store. Then there's a Multi-Do, which is create new desktops, snap up to 4 apps on one screen, and set your open apps in a single view. So supports multiple desktops, built-in apps, a suite of great apps that work across your Windows devices. Okay, so this will work on all the Windows devices. A custom start screen, resize, pin, and move tiles with a simple right click. And then it gives a little bit of a preview of what the interface looks like initially, I guess. I do believe this is a lot like Windows 8, except much more improved apparently, but it's a similar idea. You get your tiles, so your live tiles, they can be live, they can be switching back and forth. You can have a tile that'll switch back and forth and show all your pictures, slideshow, and just many different things. You can have weather, you can have news. Some of these tiles will actually cycle through. For instance, if a news one is up, it'll cycle through the news and show you various different highlights in the news, and you can click on it and go get more details on it. So I guess probably the next thing to do would be to before we can install this, we need to have a hard drive. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox the hard drive and show you guys that. In the meantime, I'm going to put all this back into place so nothing gets lost. So I do believe that what we had was the book went in the back here. Put the book back there, the warranty I think it is. We'll close this guy up. Then we had this piece here where the actual USB device had fit in. We'll see if we can slide that back in there. Put that right back in there. Yeah, well, it's not going in the way I would expect, but that's okay. Oh, I see why. I'm not doing it right. You gotta do it right, I guess. It needs to go right down in there. A little tab down in it to catch. Okay, so I'm gonna take the USB device. It looks like it's got a little piece of something on the back here that you peel off when you go to use it. Windows 10 Home /Pro, English, X21, 18, it's got a number on it, I don't know what that is. But I'm a little curious here because it says Windows 10 Home Pro, so I guess it's the Pro edition of the home version of the software. So I think this is going to end up coming off when I get ready to do the installation, or slide it back a little bit just so I can get it to fit into the USB drive. So for now I'm going to stick it right back in here for safekeeping. Close that up. Slide that back into its folder. Oh, didn't quite get it right. Got to go in there like that. Come on, guys, get in there. A little bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, a little bit of descriptions on the back there. Key features on the back. Front end easy to use. Even the start menu is back in an expanded way. Microsoft Edge, an all new browser that's fast, personal, and all about getting things done. A new Windows Store full of free and paid apps, games, and the latest entertainment. Create multiple desktops, snap up to 4 apps on one screen, and use OneDrive to access files across your devices. Regular updates help you stay current on the latest features, and built-in security helps keep you safe. USB 3 compatible, and I've been told it's backward compatible as well, which I hope it is, because I don't know if my machine has USB 3 or not. So what we'll do is we'll set that aside. We'll pause right there.